Hello and welcome, I'm Alex. We're back in the Suzuki Carry and today is MOT day. Basically, I've checked everything that should be checked for an MOT and as far as I'm aware, it should pass. Fingers crossed. Oh dear. Okay, a little bit disappointed by that. It's come back as a fail, as you've seen, and it's failed on exhaust lambda reading after second fast idle outside specified limits. The limits are, not that this makes a lot of difference, maximum is 1.03 and what it was reading at 1.099, so it's a little bit out on the emissions. Don't exactly ask me what that means. It's along the lines of, I believe there's too much fuel in the exhaust system when it's idling. That could be down to any number of things. They started going on about it's potentially an exhaust leak, quoting me £200 to have the exhaust fitted, which, you know, it's hit or miss. If there's an exhaust leak, then they should be able to tell me there's an exhaust leak, but it doesn't tell me there's an exhaust leak on the MOT fail. So the next thing is a little bit of diagnostics myself. Time to get the engine running, get underneath and see what I can see. Probably a whole lot of rust, I should think. Right. Not sure whether you can hear that or not. It does sound like there's something blowing. Well, there's our hole anyway. Yep, it's blowing. I guess that's probably what's caused the emissions fail. Right, time to see what we can do with that then. It's amazing what you can find on the internet. That's better than the £200 I was quoted. But first, time for a cuppa. Cheers. So this is rusted completely solid, just won't budge. I can't even get a socket on this one, so before I resort to the angle grinder, I'm going to try a bit of heat, see whether I can just get it to loosen up a bit. Thankfully the battery on my phone ran out before I had opportunity to film all the bad practices I used to remove this thing from the vehicle. Needless to say, heat, angle grinders, cold chisels, you name it, I've used it. And in the end I had to get part of it off, but it was worth it. As you can see, this is the reason why it failed its MOT. Not good. So the next thing I'm going to do before fitting the new exhaust, put some high temperature sealant just around the edges. This is Honda Bond, and I used this when I was rebuilding the engine of a Honda CBX 750 1984. I'll stick a little photo in there if you want to see it. This way it will just help, hopefully, seal any possible leaks that may occur afterwards. So we'll get on with that. The captive nuts on the flange just basically fell apart with all the rust. I wouldn't have used them anyway. So I've just put new bolts and nuts on, and I'm also using spring washers on these as well. That's the back box fully fitted now and all tightened up. The sealant is starting to come through all the little gaps, as you can see, just about there, which is a good sign. I'll give that 24 hours to fully cure off, and on Monday I'll phone the garage up and see about getting it booked in for its MOT, which will be free up to 2 weeks. So it's second time lucky, hopefully, with the MOT. Basically what I've done is I've lobbed a load of fuel treatment in there. I've also put E10 super unleaded in it, and I've run it up to temperature, just sat on the drive. What I'm going to do then is, on the way to the MOT, I'm going to take the long way round and give it a damn good thrashing, just to make sure everything's okay. And there we have it, second time a pass. Really pleased with that. Now that I know that should be the last of the biggish expenses I'll be able to spend on it for some while, I can get on with starting to do some of the interior upgrades. Hopefully next thing's going to be cupboard, possibly going to go down the route of a frame for a bed stroke seat, which will be a little bit more useful. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.